Aloha
Woo! Oh, it is
Friday.
Friday. Yay. I
We
need a
got the Men in
weekend,
Blue,
buddy.
Men in Blue action, Johnny.
Yeah, man. People think when I wear this shirt, there's, oh, what is that? Fireworks? I'm like, no, it's a sea urchin. That's a Vana.
You
That's
don't
what it
want to
is.
step on those guys.
No, that's Vana. Some people find them very delicious in the sushi restaurants, right?
Oh, they are very delicious.
That's the uni right there, cuz.
Extremely delicious.
Yeah, Vana butter, man.
Mm.
So kind of funny today, Danny. Yesterday I went down, I looked at the surf, turned around, came home. And so today I woke up at 4:30 and I checked the buoys and it looked like it was going to be similar, but then I laid in bed and I started getting FOMO and I started getting curious and I went down there about 6 and yeah, it was crappy and small, but saw some of my friends surf about 45 minutes. But literally that's what it's like, total FOMO. I'm just sitting there in bed going, I wonder what it's like. I want to know
Could be
what it's
good.
like.
Could be good. There's always the
Hope,
could
hope,
be good.
hope.
There's always
Always the
hope for
hope.
gain. There's always hope
That's
for
right.
gain.
There it
Well,
is.
I think it's very fitting we're wearing blue today because we're going to talk about water.
Woo!
Very contentious topic on Maui, especially
It's
recently with some of the news that's come out.
it's a form of government control. Can we agree?
Yes,
Sure seems to be. So
someone's
yeah,
control.
let's hit it. So water is the big holdup for any of our building, it sure feels like. It was the reason why we
Oh,
were told that after spending 30 million on Pulelehua, we can't build it. But yeah, so people don't know this. I know this clothing brand, man. I like it. It's inexpensive kind clothes like H&M. It's called Uniqlo. It's out of Japan. I didn't realize it. I had heard people had told me that there's a tiny small home house that was built up above the Ritz-Carlton. I remember when it went
mm,
in, it was for fire survivors. But then somebody told me, no, dude, the guy that paid for all of that is the owner of Uniqlo. And I had no reason why. I was like, well, why is the dude from Uniqlo doing such a solid for Maui? Well, now we find out that he actually owns the golf courses in Kapalua. So he owns the
mm.
plantation course, he owns the bay course, and people have been asking why they're looking so bus up, why don't they have the water? And here we find the developer, the owner of the plantation land that then turned it into Kapalua, Maui Land and Pine. They're just not even taking care of the water source there at Honokaha Stream. We need water badly, and the guys that have the water just not even taking care. So this poor guy had to sue him because in his agreement with buying the courses, he was supposed to be provided water. And then we dig in a little further on the owner of Uniqlo, and what do we find?
He's a philanthropist.
He's a bit of a philanthropist. He loves the Aina. So he has been donating money, 500,000 last May, total of $1 million to the Puukukui watershed to make sure that those forests stay correct and pristine and that we have water.
Mm.
Make it make sense, Danny.
Well, so here you go. Wettest place, second wettest place on Earth, 350 inches a year. Recently, it's been more like 200 inches. That's still a lot of water. 200 inches a year is a lot of water covering
And
a
then you were doing
large
some
area of
digging
land.
around, Danny, and it sounds like we did find some water,
We did, apparently.
just not on the west side.
So, a lot of projects have been shut down for lack of water. This project in Kahului, mixed use, apparently was shut down for the lack of water. And then something happened behind the scenes under the table to where suddenly there was water and it got approved for building.
But with a
And
unanimous vote with criticism from our very own Tom Rippleton.
yes, so the big thing is there's already housing in Kahului and in Central. We don't have housing in West Maui or new housing or available housing, but we keep pushing projects elsewhere, which you have shared has made traffic worse, a lot of people commuting. The roads can't
Dude,
really handle it all.
there's people that are from Lahaina, but they're having to live on the other side. They're working in Lahaina, and because of there's so much traffic because of the sweep that they're doing in Ukumehami, and they're cleaning out like over 700 cars, I hear, dude. And
Wow.
that is just causing the mother of all gawking and slowing down to where These people just don't want to work on the west side anymore because they're spending over 3 to 4 hours in their car after work and they have no lives.
Mm,
Yeah, man, I just don't really understand. It kind of brings to mind something that, I was in new home sales in Arizona, right, Danny? And I sold for
yep.
Pulte Homes.
Yep.
And so I'm still involved with my buddies that I was in the business with, and we're on a text thread. And when I was home recently visiting my wife's family, because they live in the west part of Phoenix, I noticed that there are entire subdivisions that are built as just rentals. They are only rental houses. They are owned by some large conglomerate or hedge fund, and they're strictly rental. And my buddies tell me, John, we can't build new development out there because there's no water, but these guys can build because they're rentals. And so there's water for them.
Mm. There's always an underlying current, isn't there?
There's always a government. And this, Danny, is where my head is going with this whole chaotic scenario that I've watched my town go through since these fires, man, is we are having to rely on the people that got us into the situation to get us out. And they're basically performing much like they did with really no solutions, no accountability, and no direction, man.
Yeah. It's a bit aimless.
I mean, so we can build over in Wailea now, and now we can
Yeah.
do a mixed use in town in central Kahului, but there's a need in Lahaina, and so we're going to stuff them into condos. But
Hmm.
now we're even hearing even more chaos around Bill 9, but we'll bring that up next week.
And a bit of temporary housing, which we'll
Oh,
bring up next week. So it just doesn't make sense. We've seen the big Wailea project, we've seen Kahalui, we've seen Bill 9 stuff, and yet Lahaina is still stuck and not being built and seems to be continuing. So stay tuned for Monday. We got a banger for you that'll come out. Should we
I'm
do
never
one?
moving. I still love this place. It is the best place on earth, but we also have a government.
Like everywhere, I guess, there's
Yep.
interesting things.
Your vote counts, gang. Your vote counts.
Sure does. Will it change anything? Hard to say.
Yes, I'm going to put out positive intentions, Danny. I am very familiar with this house here. Um, and I mean, it is absolutely direct ocean front there in Maalaea. I've even surfed right in front there. There's a small little break. It's gated, but it does sit amongst the resorts. It's a huge piece of dirt, dude. 1.26 acres. It's got a small ohana in the very back, and then it has this two-bedroom, two-bath, 2154 square foot home ocean front. Um, I like it better at 7.9 than I did at 9.3. But I don't see it, dude.
Yeah, nobody else sees it either. 6 months and no action. So,
Yeah. Well, what's the last comp in Maalaea for oceanfront? Sub
well,
3 milli.
sub 3 million. Yeah, on the other side around.
Yep.
We will see. There's not.
There
I
it
mean,
is.
this is one of the only ones on this stretch.
It
Hawaii
is.
Street.
Here we
It's
go.
crazy.
Leasehold, but leasehold that actually could make sense for local families. I mean, the lease is already what, 2050? So you got a nice long time there. Pick up this for 266, 500. Maintenance fees, 1,074. Plays water, sewer, trash, etc. And then just an additional 247 a month for your lease rent. You could make that work, man.
And seller financing is a possibility.
That is why I do not agree with this mentality about condos for locals because the financing sucks and it does not pencil. And I'm going to tell you, Danny, I've been around a long time, dude. When you have places that are distressed, that are difficult to finance, cash will come in and drive the prices down, and the cash is not going to come from Maui. And it's going to be a rental community, but it's not going to be the people that they want to have own them because they're going to be business people. They're going to be pushing the price of rent up because that's what they do. It's an investment. So,
That's
well,
what business people do.
We'll just
Oh,
keep playing through. So,
a little South Point action.
yeah. I mean, it's the bottom level there. It's got some nice flooring in it, some fresh paint. It looks refreshed. I think that that is last month's perceived market value. I don't know. Now,
We're going
granted,
downwards.
the one that sold for 499 was really bust up. This one's in decent condition here, but yeah, man.
60 days no action so far.
But this is the behavior, right? At least trying to do a reduction to show motivation. I want to sell this place. Here's a classic one, guys. 43 days in, we start out at 1,575 and change our mind and we go under 1,680 for 1435 square feet.
Raise the price.
Where am I at here, Danny? Hit the map button for me. Am I in
Literally.
Wailea to where it would sort of make sense?
No, you're right
Nope.
off
I'm
Kalama
in the
Park.
Kalama area. I can smell the weed smoke from the Cove Beach parking lot. There's an Ohana that they're selling as well for 700. That's a one bedroom, one
Yeah,
bath.
right here.
I get that they threw some money at it and made it nice.
So they
I just
CPR'd
don't
this thing
see
into
those
three
prices.
three units.
I mean, I get the strategy, but I don't see the execution. That's a studio, Danny, at 420 for 700.
Yeah.
It's cute.
Yeah.
700,
700,000.
buddy.
Wow.
So
This one,
this
Johnny.
dude, this one's a bit of a deal.
Ding 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 ding.
I mean, this is the behavior, right? So these guys priced because the last least expensive in Kapalua Ridge sold for 949. So they started out there, perceived market value for the lowest price one, but now I'm 25 days in and you're dropping to 849, 100,000. Once again, this is the behavior because there's a lot of listings in Kapalua Ridge and they're just staying firm where their price is because they have the money to float through it. And if they get their price, great. This person wants out.
That they do. 25
Take them
days.
through the photos a little real quick though, man. I mean, it's cute, dude. They didn't update
It's
everything. The
it's
cabinet's original.
modernly original. So this
There it
feels a bit
is.
modern, and then you go here and it's pretty original.
There it is. So the countertops are original. They just painted those cabinets. Still got the
Uh,
AC up on the top though.
there
But
you go.
man, baby, we talking Kapalua, Danny. One
Get
bedroom,
into
two
bathroom.
bath.
It's
And
clean though. It
this one's
looks
all on
well
one level
maintained,
too. A lot of
clean,
these yeah, big bathroom like that.
one
And
level, parking.
there's parking and storage, multiple pools, and then you get to go to my least favorite beach on the island anytime you want to. Don't
How
ever go
long was
down
it?
there.
What was it? Like
It's
four
horrible.
minutes? 4 minutes we measured last time?
It was 4 minutes for the one that Brian wanted to buy. This one is on the side, like as you're headed up Office Road. That's where you're looking over at this one. So there's a bit of a golf course. So
Yeah.
this one would probably be 8 minutes, maybe 6 to 8.
Okay.
Yeah,
Less than
yeah.
10 minutes stroll down to the beach. Rough.
Seriously, don't go though.
Rough.
It's horrible. You won't love it
Yeah.
at all.
I mean, if you
Yeah,
had the golf cart, maybe minute
right.
and a half.
Yep.
Okay. Not
I
a
like
deal.
this one, Danny.
Don't look at
I
it.
like I like this one here. I like this one here too, Maui Kamole. It's cute.
Nice looking. It's not up
It
front.
is. Nope,
It's not up
not one
front,
of the
so it doesn't have the
premier.
huge views. Really good condition, good shape. Definitely been a rental.
Yep. I mean, that's an attractive price for Maui Kamaole, but once again, it's on the Minatoya list. Or maybe not, two in Monday. Sheesh.
Oof.
All right. Maui Lani Terraces, dude. I mean, just continue to dwindle down because once again, you cannot get decent financing here. And we've done some business, man. I got a family that owns three of these in here. I love the fact that there is something that's affordable, but make it truly affordable where somebody can buy it and not have to put down $100,000 because that's what it's going to require. Valley Isle
Woes.
Resort, dude. 850, but active litigation, can't get financing, so we continue to drift lower there.
Huh.
I mean, this one's been updated, dude. Nice floors, got
Yeah.
the AC, got the ductless in there. Fees are steep, 2904.
So this is one of the B units. This is like setback, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, setback. Still a bit of view.
Dude,
I don't think renters care.
no, some do. And those are the ones that are always going to be, I only get direct ocean front.
And
And
that's
that's
true.
why those things fly off the shelf too, because those are the ones that have money too. So, but yeah, man,
We'll see where that one goes.
I mean, just right out the gates, dude. 490. It's
For a
always
two
been
bedroom
residential, right? It's residential. It's been updated. Again, that
with a
could make for
loft.
local living. Yeah.
Not bad when you think about the studio next door for 700, literally on the same street.
Boom.
Or
2-1
you
for
get a
490.
condo
Fees aren't
2-1.
horrible at 800 bucks.
Stroll your way down to the cove, paddleboard,
South
surf.
Maui Gardens all day long, man. That's a
This
great food truck.
seems like a value.
Does.
Poly
Uh,
Shores.
that's a great view of Kaanapali Shores, even though that's the backside there looking over Papakea. But man,
Look at those
that's a view.
Molokai views.
Yep. It
Carpet
looks just like
action.
it just looks so Kaanapali Shores, doesn't it? With that carpet in there.
Oh, sure does.
That's it.
Sure
Kaanapali
does.
Shores has held its value throughout this entire cycle. I am making that statement right
One of the
now.
only ones I think that's
One of
really
the few.
has the value.
Mahana has done it. Honuakai has done it. Yep. Papakea
Papagea has
getting
not.
beat down. Beat down. 599 out the gates. I mean, back in the day, that would just totally titillate me. I think that this is semi-perceived market value.
Nice looking
And
unit.
again, it's zone both. And it's confusing.
Sure is.
Here we go. Ohia at Kehalani, 1,000,002. They did some updates, 2025, which looks
That's
like
a
new carpet,
whole lot of
maybe.
carpet.
Yep. So probably was a rental.
It's your basic home in Maui, right, Johnny?
Yep. So it is on the hill, right? It's not across the street, Kealani down below. That seems like perceived market value to me, Danny. Kind of in the pack.
Yeah, probably closer to 1-1
Hmm.
where it'll end up.
Ala'i
Kula.
Road up in Kula. That's why you got to have a chimney
I mean, look at that. That is just so cool.
on 1.28 acres. It's a two bedroom, two bath, 1354 square feet. That is totally Kula, man.
That is the Kula life.
It is 1,000,005. Kokomo
Uh,
Road, 4 days in, Danny. In haiku, sub a milli, gonzo. Didn't even need photos, really.
nope, not at all.
No.
All right, and some unpermitted stuff too.
Yep,
Look at
here
this
they
one,
are,
Johnny.
Danny. We teed it up, buddy. And when I saw this one, I was like, ooh, did they get the other one? 100%. Why wouldn't you? They're connecting units, the rarest of the rare, a severe opportunity at Lahaina Shores. So I heard some crazy news, man. I don't know if my friends Monty and Brian have been kicked in the nuts with it, but I was talking with a fellow agent today that told me that the assessment to rebuild Ainanalu per unit is 760,000.
Oh,
Talk about underinsured.
and that's about what the values were at pre-fire.
That's exactly what I said. How
So
does
full
that
price,
pencil?
basically.
How does that work, man?
760,000.
So of course
Wow.
that's got to be the two bedrooms. There are some one
Yeah.
bedrooms. I can't remember if there's a studio or two in there, but predominantly two bedrooms. But yeah,
Yeah.
man, that is a kick in the chops, dude.
So
We
every
spoke
Thursday
about it.
we drop the
Yep.
deal of the week. We recognize,
Yeah.
we acknowledge, we declare what we see as a deal, as a value, as unique, as something that someone wants to get out of. This was one of them. Two-pack special, and someone got it before
Now
the
we'll
auction.
see.
A lot of
I
people
think
were
that
expecting the auction. No
I
auction.
bet that they picked this thing up for a total of $1,000,000. I bet they
Million
even went
bucks.
below my recommendation at 1,000,000 too, because I feel like the market is still drifting lower. but it is not a crash. There are so many overpriced condos just sitting on the market. So the deal of the week is a specific behavior that we are looking for. That's why we call it out as the deal of the week. It is the seller that is waving their hands frantically by their actions saying, I want out.
And they did.
That's it. Here's another one, man. Haiku, your ubiquitous 2 acres, Danny. They did CPR this guy here. So it's just the main house portion, but 1,600,000, Gonzo. There it is. So wow, 3 houses
So I
on
guess
this guy here, and that's that one right there.
chop that one off.
That's it.
And maybe this part too. Hard to say.
63 days in, man. Haiku is still active, Danny. And
That's a nice
I'm
looking
not seeing
property.
it crash. Here we go, Anuhea. So brand new, 2,000 feet, 1,500,000. So what is that? About 9 and change per foot?
That it is.
Ooh, are they selling a model?
Yeah, looks like a model.
It could be the model they're selling there, Danny.
Shiplap everywhere.
I remember when I was new home sales and we sold the model. There it is, formal model home. You get everything in it.
Beautiful. Someone
That's kind
loved
of
it.
a steal then. Somebody did well.
Look at this, Johnny.
500 at Papakea, Danny.
500. Wow. We were just talking about places not being affected by all of this craziness. We are down, down, down at Papakea.
And yet still, probably 20 listings in Papakea.
Yeah.
Not doing this type of behavior, not 779 down to 575 down to 500, right?
Yeah.
Those are the ones that are saying, I'll take my price.
And get me out of here. Double-ended it in the end of the day.
Probably threw in a little commission to make it work. Hope she did.
Oh,
Look at
hula
that
hula.
guy, Maui Lanny. So price right, but I can't pay full price. I got to negotiate a little. So they shaved a little 40K off. Have a nice day.
Yeah, these are a lot bigger than a lot of the other Maui Lanis, 2,000 square
They
feet.
are. I like that 3-car garage too. That's a rarity here.
Look at
Yale
this
Park
one.
side, baby. From 435.
435.
So Danny, I got to ask you, at some point was for 435 market value for a 1 bedroom at Yale Park side,
Absolutely was.
right?
499 was the market value.
299 there, Danny.
2 bedroom was more 700,000. So
the 3 beds,
have come down a lot.
yeah, buddy.
299. We got some more excitement going on here, Johnny. This one
There's
was
another. This was a deal of the week. There's the behavior. 750 down to 535. I went and videoed this guy. I went through it. It was bomb. Write
this
the
was a super
offer.
cool unit.
Write
Stroll
the
down to the beach,
offer.
setback, no issues of sea level rise, double lanai.
Yep. The one next door
535,
to.
we said there was some room.
Yep.
Got it for 450.
Just wrote the offer and stood firm. These guys showed the behavior.
So you were saying next door, Napili Shores?
No, well, yeah, man. The Peely Shores, those are still holding strong with no view at 600 and change for a studio. And, like places like Napili Sunset, Danny, where they've turned the AOAO into an LLC, everybody's in a pool. So you really don't make any more or less money. Doesn't matter what your unit looks like. But then you got to pay them $100 to stay in your unit every night.
What?
That's why this one was the jam.
Totally a deal. And
Yep.
another one, Johnny.
Bro, this one I was talking about. So no view, but I love Wailea Fairway Villas. It's a cool community with a great pool. It's in Wailea. I mean, when he came out the gates there and dropped it to 699, somebody stole it for 650 and they slapped the loan on it. It even
Look at
took
that.
a little while to get the loan done.
I mean, not the best location in the complex, but you're in Wailea, easy access to everywhere for 650.
Yep. Last one. Yep, we were in this one.
Yeah. Royal Kahana.
They took 565 and slapped a loan on it.
Top
We can get you
floor.
loans. We can get you. There's an in-house program at guaranteed rate for Royal Kahana, so it's kind of a fast lane. You can get deals done there fairly quickly.
750 down to 565.
This one's right down the street there from me, Holly Malia Place. And this one closed for 6,550. Now, it definitely is going to need some work though on the interior. But very, very cool space.
That location.
So
Oof.
you look right over next door at the Kahana Sunset. Here we go, Maui Kamaole, one bedroom, two bath, 710. Maui Kamaole on Minatoya list. That's what got people rattled. Tune in for an update about that on Monday.
A lot to share today. Lots of exciting things around water, confusion, complication, and deals on deals on deals on deals on deals. So,
That's it.
if you want a deal, let's talk deals.
Let's go.
Until Monday.
Ahui ho, gang. Have a wonderful weekend.